Welcome back to Better Ask Somebody. It's been so long. I've been trying to make it right, trying to make it the way I would like to before we start back. Meanwhile, we've been doing a lot. Shout out to the whole Say Something team. This episode, this season is brought to you by Say Something and everybody involved. Shout out to Asia with the Sincere Candles. Shout out to DJ Cash. Shout out to John, Lee, everybody that's involved. And introducing our guest, also our new artist on Say Something, Matt Emory. Matt,
Sir,
I'm going to ask you a lot of questions that I may already know the answers to.
I know.
But, we speaking to other people.
Yes, sir. Understood.
So the first thing I want to say about Matt is an amazing artist to me. And ever since he's gotten over here and Say Something, I just see him growing every day. And that's why I decided to make him a guest as we bring the show back and as we progress as a brand. Scraping the Bottom.
Yes, sir.
When did it drop? What, May 12th?
May 12th. Yes, sir. Mother's Day of 2024.
Mother's Day of 2024. And you chose Mother's Day.
I chose Mother's Day because it had fell on the same day as my grandma's birthday.
Oh, yeah?
So,
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew Mother's Day, but I didn't realize it was your grandma's birthday, too.
May 12th is my grandmother's birthday, who I had featured in the Remember Me video. So, hence the reason why I dropped it. Mother's Day. Grandmother's birthday. I knew it meant something big to my mom.
Shout out to your mom. And I remember when we was in here recording, you was like, yo, she gonna cry. She gonna shed tears.
And she did.
She did.
Yeah, she did. She definitely told me she cried. My uncle didn't even want to watch it because he already knew.
Shout out to your uncle. I remember, the only thing I remember about your uncle is, and I'm gonna share this advice with y'all, don't mess with girls with social service names.
Hey, yo, that's a valuable lesson he tried to teach me.
I had never heard that, but
I don't listen.
it was very valuable.
They
It
be
was
the
very
best
valuable. Speaking of you not listening, that's gonna segue straight into what we doing. Me and Matt, we have a project coming out called "Gotta Start Somewhere." "Gotta Start Somewhere" comes from where we started. We met at a job together, and Matt is the hard-headed one of the job, to say the least. But I really think that we have made a bond off of the opposites that we are. It's still got a lot of similarities.
Very much so. Very much so. I don't really see too many opposites. I just see you have more growth than me. You get more experience in this world than I do. So you know a little bit more than I do. I kind of see you as the same though.
I feel like we got a lot of similarities. We do have a lot of similarities. There are some personality opposites, but that is also why I feel like we got a strong bond, because a lot of my friends are completely different from me. Okay. A lot of my peers, a lot of people that I work with, much different from me. So Gotta Start Somewhere was a challenge for me because I feel like, I don't know, I guess I really wasn't doing music at the time when we started doing it. And now I feel like, you fresh off of this, coming into it. I tell people, I feel like you got me on at least 2 songs. And the more I listen to it, the same 2 songs stand. I just, we re-recorded it and made it sound better. But I don't feel like I got you on those 2 joints.
I don't know. You told me that a lot. I don't hear it. Like I said, I think we'd be kind of on the same level, on par for the whole thing. But I don't know. I guess that's for everybody else and somebody to determine. It really don't matter to me. Shit, I feel like it ain't a competition.
I know you love it. I love it too. What would you describe this next project to somebody? Yeah, to somebody who don't know what it sounds like at all.
It's very deep. I think even from both ends, like from both of us, we give like some very deep verses on there. Even though it's kind of still chill, laid back, but if they, I feel like if they listen to it, really dive in, like as we have as the artists singing the songs, they'll hear a whole lot that they probably don't expect from me. I know the people that know me might not expect things like this from me just because of who I am.
I don't know, man. I feel like Hydroplane opened up the expectation bar for you, in my opinion. Y'all got to check out Hydroplane by him.
The first single out.
It's the first single, number 2 on the project. But I feel like when we all, as a team, as a group, as a people, when we heard Hydroplane, we knew it was up from there.
Yeah. My dad, he was probably one of the first ones to like tell me, man. After he heard that, he was just like, man, just keep doing it.
It's go time.
He was like, just keep doing it, don't stop. So I was like, you know what? Might as well give it a try.
But our project, I feel like you say is deep. It is. It very much is. But I feel like the music, the production, set the tone for the depth.
Yeah, definitely the like the beats that we chose and whatnot. Yeah,
I feel like you grew in delivery, even when you were pressing me to make this last little rerun on the beginning. So I am proud of that. I mean, I am happy about that. I think, but like I said, I think that the production made it deep. It made you choose. All right, this is what I'm not going to talk about. This is what it's not going to be about.
Definitely. Then also being on a project with somebody I see as a great, like I haven't heard anybody for my own city. I know you're from Fredericksburg. I haven't heard anybody in my own city rap the way you do. So I was like, if I got to put myself on a track, a project, anything with them, I ain't gonna just be, putting anything out. I gotta match par with the same artist, so it'll sound like a whole different song every time.
I'm gonna take my flowers while I'm there. I appreciate the great artist, great rap narrative. You know what I'm saying? We put a lot of time into it.
Don't know, he gold it. He up there.
Better ask somebody.
Better ask somebody. I'm telling you.
Better ask somebody. Yeah, man. For real though, man, this is crazy being back and knowing what we are about to unleash for the most part. I'm glad the show is back. I'm looking to get more artists to go do anybody that I've done already as far as the interview. All of their returns have to be in person. I appreciate everybody who tapped in to make this a real thing, helping me grow as an artist and helping me grow as an interviewer. And we're going to get into the Matt interview, bro. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it strongly. Matt is very influenced by Eminem, one of his favorite rappers. And I think that's one of the things that me and him had in common as far as foundation. It was trivia wars, hip hop trivia wars when it came to Eminem, Biggie, and all those type of things. I'm gonna ask you off the top, name your, and I'm actually name 2, the 2 top Eminem albums in your opinion.
In my personal opinion, just the ones that resonated with me the most, that I can go back and listen to all the way through, will probably be either the Eminem Show. Or I'm a big fan of what's the one he did after Recovery? I like the Marshall Mathers LP2 just because of where I was at in life, where those kind of hit me. They kind of dragged me through my adolescent years,
And what was the singles on Marshall Mathers LP2?
LP2, I liked The Bad Guy. I don't know. I actually don't know what singles he released for that. But as for, song, my personal favorites on there, I like Bad Guy, and I also liked Love Game with him and Kendrick Lamar. I think they just, those two. I
gotta hear the joint with him and Kendrick.
Man, if you haven't said, that is insane.
Is Marshall Mathers 2 the joint where he got a song called White Trash Party?
No, that's Recovery, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm a big fan of Recovery too. But that, yeah. White Trash Party, I think that was a deluxe song on Recovery, or if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, though.
I'm not even really sure because like the Marshall Mathers LP 2, I didn't really get into that. Obviously, me and you had those conversations all the time at where I kind of cut off with Eminem. And it was really like a recovery. I think I liked recovery a lot. Like I like that's the cold wind blows, going through changes. Yeah, that's where it was kind of like, you know.
I say that one got me through. Recovery actually got me through a whole lot because when he dropped that, that's when he was speaking about like proof dying and whatnot. And I had just lost my best friend like that same year, early that year, 2010. So it was like, that was like the perfect album. That was the album that made me jump back into his music. But as for my favorites, I'd probably say Eminem Show and Marshall Mathers LP 2 just because.
And that's the recovery is I'm Not Afraid. And you said that's 2010?
If I'm not mistaken.
Bruh,
that was the year
right
after Relapse. Relapse was 2009, man.
Time is ridiculous.
Oh, man. What are you telling me?
14 years ago?
Yeah.
And that was his comeback.
Yeah.
Him being not afraid.
Yeah.
That was his comeback.
Then the Marshall, if I'm not mistaken, was Marshall Mathers LP 2 was the Rap God, the Monster, the joint he did with Rihanna. I'm friends with the monster. That joint.
Oh, yo. That's an Eminem song?
Yeah. You didn't know that was Eminem's song, bro?
I forgot all about that joint because that joint better than the Love You Way You Lie joint then. I forgot all about that one.
Yeah, he went crazy on that joint, man.
Damn, man. Shout out Eminem for just being in the game for so long.
Shout out the GOAT.
The GOAT is crazy. But, you know, I'll give it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it up to him for being a GOAT. He could be, I don't know if he's the GOAT, but he's definitely
he up there.
He's definitely a GOAT. But it just, like I say, you know, as I get older and I be like we was listening to his new joint, this little piece of a new joint. I'm just like, bro, you sure are Slim Shady still. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give people you know, I ain't gonna never change or I'm gonna push it to the limit. That's my persona.
Yeah. I think at this point in his career, we don't need that from him though. I think he's past. He should be past that. Like his real fans already know, you know. But that's besides the point. You can't choose what the artist decides to do with they self. Ain't too bad though. Like I said, I like the concept more than anything. I see where he was going with that last album.
If you had a chance to do a song with him, what do you want it to be about?
I thought of that. I either want it to be like a nice fatherhood song, like coming up, raising your kid, trying to make something out of nothing while being the best dad you can, or just straight up like the joint he did with JID on the new joint where he was just rapping, just saying, you feel me, just going in.
I guess this is a time for me to show my age. Is bruh's name JID or is it Jid?
I don't know. Some people say JID, some people say Jid. I believe I seen an interview where he said it's like I think it's Jid because it's short for like jittery because he said he grew up like Jid. I don't know.
Hey, look. I mean, it's, to me
that makes sense.
To me and my listeners, you know what I'm saying. We need to know. They may already know. I don't. You feel what I'm saying? But I do listen to them though.
I know people refer to them as both, so I switch it up.
That's cool because I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. I did a freestyle over that my boy beat.
Yeah,
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
So shout out to JID, Dreamville.
Man. He killed that fuel jump with him. He real nice, man.
Is he on that Stick song? Stick.
Yep. I think so.
I heard that song this morning. I heard that song this morning. I got a new stick.
Yeah, he went, man. Yeah, his energy is just there, bro. Like he on his way up there too.
All right, so I had a question for you about fatherhood because you had mentioned that that's what type of song you would make about it. Mm-hmm. But I had a question for you earlier, and it just so happened that you mentioned fatherhood, which I knew you would eventually. How has fatherhood changed who you are, and then how has fatherhood changed you as an artist?
As an artist, it just gave me something more to talk about. Like being a dad, it's a lot. You know, you've been a dad longer than me, man. It's a whole lot. But as a person, I feel like I guess it made me more cautious of, you know, actions I take, things I do, like instead of because before I just didn't really care. Like, I didn't care what I was doing. I was just doing it. But now it's like I got to make sure I ain't getting locked up, make sure I ain't in no situation to be taken out of here, or nothing, or
No bullshit.
or any, you feel me? So it's like I don't know. I move a little safer. Think a little more about what I do instead of just doing it. And even with the music, it just pushes me to keep making it. The more I see people engaged in my music, the more it make me want to do it as a father. Because if I do it just right, I can feed them with it. So, and that's my goal. You know what I'm saying? So,
I definitely want to say, fathers need to stay out of jail, bro.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like,
all y'all dads out there, all your dads.
Nah, for real, because
take care of your kids.
on a personal level, like, man, it's been a true pain in my heart to watch fathers be separated from their kids.
Yeah, facts.
Through the system.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
that shit is sad, man.
That shit's sad for them. It's sad for the care that I have for the ones that I know really care about their kids.
Really, mainly just sad for the kids, because the kids, they the ones that don't deserve it. They the ones, they ain't even really, they don't know what's going on, like talking about it. They just living through it. They going through it.
True.
You ain't gonna see the effects of it till they grown and they start laughing out on folks.
I guess it don't always go that way, but it
it
go that way often though.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely go that way often, man. Shout out to all the children that I've watched grow up and deal with that situation. I don't know what's going on with life, but it seemed like time flew, and I've seen children become adults and become, decision makers of their own. And, it's hard to make those type of decisions. And I can only go off of my friends who dealt with that, because I've had my father in my life, ups and downs, good and bad. Anybody who has that their father in their life gotta understand it ain't all good, but it's it's all for the good. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it ain't all good, man. Fathers and men, they bump heads often. Speaking of, I met your father not too long ago.
Yeah, for the first time.
Music head to the max.
You see where I get it from. He loved music. My mom loved rap, hip hop, to be real. So. See where?
What's one of your fondest memories between you, your father, and a song or music in general?
He was the first person to put me in the studio, like make sure like I wouldn't record. Like when I told him I wanted to do music, before he even heard anything I was rapping, he was like, "All right, we're gonna get you in the studio." Called his mans up, they knew somebody with a studio. They took care of it, paid for it, and was like, "Just go do your thing."
Shout out Daz, bro.
Man,
Daz be pushing you.
Shout out
Daz be
man.
pushing you, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my fondest music memories, and my parents don't really make music, but they are artists of some sort. Like my mother, she's a writer, and my dad is a secret artist, if you may. Like, he draws very well. He does a lot of things artistically very well, but you'd be surprised. But one of the main things I remember musically is that my mom and my dad, not together at the time especially, they had the same favorite CD. It was Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which they say now is, what Apple Music said, that's the greatest album of all time.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought they said that was a Nas Illmatic.
That was Billboard. That was Billboard. Yeah. So how cool is it that 25 years later down the road, she ended up getting like 5 Grammys, I believe. But years down the road, that's one of my fondest memories. I go to, like I say, the whole going back and forth with not them being together. So I go to one person's house, and then it'll be like my mom will be listening to it, cleaning up or whatever, and then my pops, he'll pick me up and we riding around, and he'll be listening to it. So that ended up being like the greatest album of all time through Apple, of course. Everybody got their own opinion. It's subjective.
I mean, it's a wonderful album. So I mean, I wouldn't take away from that.
But you said Billboard was the Nas one, right?
I think it might have just been greatest hip hop album of all time. But I mean,
yeah, because I think I've seen some of it. I think that The Chronic is number 2. And to be honest, I do need to start, pulling up that type of information and having that information readily available. But if I could recall the top 10 hip hop albums of all time, none of them were past 1999.
What?
I don't. If I could get my lady to pull up that information of the top 10 Billboards. Billboard they just put out a top 10 hip hop album list, like literally like this past week or so. And
I didn't even see that. I just saw what they had said. Illmatic was the number 1.
Yeah, so it's hip hop albums of all time, and I believe number 1 is Illmatic. I believe number 2 is The Chronic, and I think I seen like a Eric B and Rakim on there, Paid in Full. Doggy Style, I believe, was on there. It might not have been. Either way, I didn't see no album past. Yeah, I didn't see no album in the top 10 past 2000.
I mean, that makes sense though.
What is this? Is this Billboard? Because I damn sure thought that they saw, Nas. You see
I
him?
thought Nas was not. Well, I don't know. I just.
Then again, what I'm saying? They be changing it. They probably be changing it. That's probably one from once upon a time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But as much interesting than Nas is also my favorite rapper. So like me and my family, we got great taste when you look at it down the road. That's what I remember about like one of my fondest music memories of my parents and music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
I just remember my mom. She'd play that Ready to Die album like every day. I'm talking the whole album every day.
My aunt used to play the Life After Death, the second one. Which one you think is? Which one would you go as better, the Ready to Die or Life After Death?
I'm gonna be real. I've only heard Life After Death all the way through, maybe like once or twice. So I don't even remember all the songs.
I be forgetting you one of those. You one of those. I gotta remind of the culture every now and then.
Sometimes. But of course, I say Ready to Die because that's what I heard every day. But Life After Death, if I'm not mistaken, that's what got they got More Money, More Problems on it, right?
Life After Death got More Money, More Problems on there.
Got Dead Wrong.
Dead Wrong is on Born Again.
That's right. Okay.
That is Illmatic. Yeah, that's the one that's supposed to be number 1.
Damn, Born Again. So.
Because I guess they can have like different ones put out different. Yeah, Outkast was on there.
Life After Death.
Yeah, Life After Death. All Eyes on Me. Doggy Style. For real.
Yeah. I did see that one on there too whole time.
Okay, so boom. Jay-Z The Blueprint did come out in 2001.
Okay.
But that's the latest one. So they trying to say it hasn't been a top legendary hip hop album since 2001.
Oh, they disrespectful for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Give me something. Tell me something.
I ain't gonna lie. To Pimp a Butterfly need to be up there, bro. That's
To Pimp a Butterfly.
When you got the president telling people they need to listen to your album, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's heavy. That's heavy.
I'm not against it.
That's heavy to me in the subject matter, bro. That I ain't gonna lie. People gonna look back at that album years from now and be like, man, this shit is crazy.
Honestly, as an artist, bro, Kendrick Lamar has some of the most greatest albums I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Just as an artist though, like as far as like me being an artist and understanding the artwork, understanding the art form, it just it's a lot of time that go into his message, and he has his message that comes from like the instrument to the poetry. I'm talking about
the whole. He got the whole shebang,
so,
bro.
bro, like just imagine, just think about how much time it took for me and you to do our project, and we didn't bring in no piano people, we didn't bring in no band people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just to have that type of vision,
jazz chorus.
It's the vision, the patience, and the execution that I see is like, yo.
That's why I be taking so long. That's why I be telling people. That's why it takes so long to make that kind of music, because that ain't, you can't just, you feel me, put that together in a couple days, couple months. Like that's years worth of, experience. You got to sit down and live with to learn how to put it together the right way. At least that's how I see it. I can't. Yeah, you see how long it took me to put this project together. We worked on this like 2 years for 7 songs.
For this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scraping the Bottom took about, we started recording this 2022, man. And I ain't released it till the middle of 2024.
I don't think you had a vision when you started recording these songs, though. I think that we gotta look at that as far as saying, okay, you took 2 years to make 7 songs.
Well, once I got through Hydroplane, we did Hydroplane and Saberho first, if I'm not mistaken. Like, those are the first ones we recorded. And then once I started, like, recording the rest of them, that's why I came up with the concept of the album. Like, you feel me? This was just the little bits that I got until I really turned up. That's why I named it Scraping the Bottom of the barrel for what you can grab now, you feel me? Until you come out with something better. And this is what I had. I had other songs I probably could have chose, but I feel like these fit together perfectly, just to give people a little insight on who they was dealing with, who they was looking into. I feel like each song is like a different version of me in a way.
I was definitely about to get into that. I looked at these songs and I said to myself, I've listened to these songs thorough enough to ask some very detailed questions about each part. So I'm going to pull from Remember Me, the intro. My therapist is going to need some therapy too. Of course, that's not exactly how you say it, but that's the message.
Yeah.
My therapist is going to be some therapy too. How can you explain that line to a everyday listener?
Basically, what I was just trying to say is, if I don't think I would ever go to therapy, honestly, unless like I went through some real traumatic shit. Like, I don't feel like I've been through nothing too traumatic where I would need a therapist. But if I did, even the stuff I would tell them now, like, shit, they might feel like they need a little therapy session. Just like, damn, this guy is he's a fucking handful, man.
That's a nice word to describe yourself, a handful.
A handful. You see what the lady in the store said, I don't know what the hell I want. Every time I come in there, I'm indecisive. I probably wouldn't even know what to tell a therapist. Honestly, I'd probably be talking to them like this, like it's an interview.
We're going to go see a therapist soon.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So.
We got the appointment set up.
Oh, yeah?
Don't say too much.
Yeah, right, for sure. Yeah, man, that's going to be, I can't wait.
I'm telling you.
I can't wait.
I've been thinking about it forever, bro. I'm telling you, this shit is going to rock.
I might just be nice and just go ahead and drop, you know what I'm saying? Just give them something.
Drop. Wait, no, hold on.
Just give them something. Gotta give them something. So yeah, your therapist is gonna need some therapy too, man. That's a line that stuck out to me in the intro in the beginning. You can't miss it.
You know what's crazy? I actually changed that line. Like, it was just I don't know if you remember, but when we originally recorded the song, that wasn't the original line. So I had to like go back and the original line just didn't fit for the song. You know, I don't even want to say it because it just didn't fit for the
it
song.
don't even exist no more.
But yeah. I mean, I remember it. It's just like
but it don't exist
yeah.
in the public. You know what I'm saying? We mind you, look, that's crazy because that line being a line that's that stuck with me and anybody who's heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even there for it. That's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it was like I had to really go back and sit on that, and I was like, and I realized the stuff I was saying. I was like, this actually sounds cooler to say than what I really said. Like it sounds it's simpler and it sounds a whole lot cooler. So I don't know. I guess it worked. I definitely guess it worked.
Here's a sidebar. I had thought about something today, and this is a perfect example. And it's what I was gonna say was the conclusion I came to earlier today. Everything that's already been discovered has already been there. We just discovering it. You know what I'm saying? Now I want you to think about that deeply.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
On did Benjamin Franklin discover electricity?
Yeah, it was already there.
It's already there. You just gotta apply your mind to whatever it is you're trying to create or whatever it is you're going to. That just made me think about how the whole world was built and how everything is everything to this day. Like it's new to us, but is it really new? We just figuring it out.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So it was that line though. You said that wasn't even going to be the line, but it ended up being the line. The line was already there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that part. So I'm going
to I guess that makes sense. I just hadn't came to it yet.
Yeah, of course not. That's the beauty of the art. It come to you.
Yeah, that's why you see it take me so long to put songs together. We done redone songs 4 times over, man.
Man, you got some songs that's done that need to be out, or not even I guess they need to be out, but they need to be done. They done in here. They ain't done out here.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it. I don't want to put too much out at a time. Can't overwhelm the people.
So we discussed hydroplane earlier. We're gonna go into toxic.
Toxic. Maybe I've been feeling like she really only.
Is it you or is it her?
It's both.
It's both?
Well, it's mainly her. I ain't never gonna put the blame on myself. I don't care. But,
What?
It is what it is.
So yeah, I just gotta ask.
Throughout time, it's been both of us, but overall, I'm putting the blame on who need the blame put on. It ain't me.
Yo, shit.
It ain't me.
He's gonna put it on who it needs to be put on. But nah, for real. Do you feel like you made? I want to know what made you make sure she has a part of this.
So she know. Cause she know. I mean, regardless, she was gonna know, but now she know. Now she can be credited for no. Now she be credited for it. You feel me? It ain't like I'm just shitting on her. It's like, you feel me? You get the image. You feel me? She know. That's why I say she know. She know. But you know.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. I'm just saying. That's needless to say. I mean, and those who know. It's long stories. We'll be sitting. That'll be the whole interview, man. I can have a whole interview on track number 3. And for real on all these tracks, but shit.
I mean, that's kind of what we doing.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we doing. So what's the bottom line of we're putting her in this piece of art? What's the bottom line for that? You don't got to be a direct message to her. Yeah.
Honestly, I just thought it sounded cool to have like that kind of voice. I didn't even know who I was going to get, but she was,
You say, touch me in the tone, I can't love you anymore, baby.
We toxic.
Yeah,
I mean, but that could go for few people, but
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be about people. Yeah. I just wanted to know what was the bottom line of putting the song on there.
Again, I mean, just another dive into some things that could have been part of me. I mean, I don't really feel like it was a big part of me. Like it ain't actually. Nah, I'm lying like shit. I didn't been through it, but I don't know. Like I said, each song was like just like a little taste of different sides of me. So I mean, that was like kind of like things I could have I've been through, like in not just one specific relationships, just other ones down the line, like all culminated together type shit. But I mean, I don't know. It was more of a vibe to me. I really didn't even dive too deep into all that. I just, you feel me?
Yeah, I just, like I said, I listen to the song a lot. You feel what I'm saying? I listen to all these songs a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? I can ask these, introspective questions. I ain't gonna call them deep. But, so Save a Hoe, to me, is like a swing in the mood of the project. You know what I'm saying? Like the first 1, 2, 3 kind of like darker sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of like it's the peak. It's the jump. It's the jump. Save a Hoe don't got no interview style questions. No. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna go into Creme de la Creme because it's a freestyle. Even though the freestyle is tough, though. The freestyle is tough.
I put the freestyle where it's at because, like you said, Save a Hoe was like turning the song up. I mean, turning the project up. So the freestyle was just. You feel me? It was just another vibe, but yeah.
That's definitely a vibe. That joint is tough. I'll give you that. Creme de la Creme. Creme de la Creme is definitely. I haven't chose which one is my favorite. Obviously, I just feel like Hydroplane outshines them all, but Creme de la Creme is definitely one of my favorites on here. Explain Creme de la Creme because you're the first person I ever heard say that.
Like the name, I felt like Creme de la Creme. Like, the Creme de la Creme is like the best of the best.
Right.
I feel like I say I'm the best of the worst. Like, not necessarily worse, but like,
that's dope.
Cool best of the bottom.
Like,
best of the bottom. I ain't really nowhere, but I'm the best of where I'm at.
Like scraping the bottom for those who be listening and don't see the visual of the whole concept of Creme de la Creme. Scraping the bottom.
And also crumbs,
correlating.
I spoke on it in the show, Taste the Bread, because you feel me, can't feed you no crumbs.
Yeah, that's my joint. That's my joint. I feel like you got real aggressive on that joint. I feel like you kind of gave a lot of energy on that joint. So, anybody who wants to know which song you want to listen to and you see Creme de la Creme is definitely one that I would recommend. And, we obviously gonna get to Long Ride. Long Ride is special to me. I watched you perform it like before you even finished recording it.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope.
Before I changed it.
Yeah, we even butted heads about the final version of Long Ride, but
which I think is what made the outcome of the song even better. Cause that bumping heads was like, damn, now I gotta go hard on this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? You ain't never. It was like it was a moment. You was just like, man, I don't like that. And I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
What you mean? You ain't never said that.
I usually don't.
Like normally you get where I'm going, but you was like, nah, that ain't it. And I was like, all right, you know what?
Nah, because just like you say, it's a vibe, and like I said, I had already seen you perform it. I already seen what it was gonna be like.
Yeah, true.
And I felt like, don't change it. Don't change it, and then don't change it to make it not better than what it was. I remember, now that you made me recall that, I definitely remember that night you came in here to record that specifically. I definitely remember you handling that with a sense of urgency and business. Wasn't no joke in that time.
Yeah.
Because of the conversation. That was funny.
I had to, not to like, it wasn't like I was mad about it, but I was like, damn, now I really gotta, you feel me? Like try to pull out what you feel me? What you were seeing, because I knew what you meant, but it was like I guess I had a different vision for it at the time, but it was like at the time, what I was trying to do with it was just something again, one of my indecisive moves. I just threw that shit on there because I thought it sounded all right. Sometimes I'd be off. I still think it would have worked. I mean, I go about that all day, but it worked out. I think either way the song would have been all right, but the way it came out, it was definitely like it was a great way to end the whole project. Because with Creme de la Creme, I came so aggressive. If I would have did what I was trying to do with Long Ride, it would have, like you said, it would have just threw it off a little bit, and you know, I definitely didn't want that. So I chose it would work.
I was thinking about this with this particular project. I'm like, yo, this is the longest I've ever pushed a project in the sense of we are doing more music, but I would be focused on what we're doing right now versus like letting it marinate, letting it grow.
Like you said, we had started working on our project in the middle of getting this done. Then you was just like, nah, bro. You feel me? We had like 2 songs left. He was like, nah, bro. We gonna finish your joint.
Yeah, because it's a creative thing. You know what I'm saying? Once we get flowing, we get flowing. But I don't know if people understand this, but that creative flow does stop. It doesn't mean that you don't stop creating or anything. The quality and the momentum, it changes. So it's like while we had that momentum when we came up with the idea, it's like, man, let's start it, let's execute. But it's like, man, hold on, man, we got a vision.
Yeah, when we were trying to put certain stuff out.
And when I ended up starting No Hook 3 in the middle, or restarting it in the middle of all of that. So it's just like, but it's just like I say, when it's flowing, you gotta catch it, man. You know what I'm saying? When it's flowing, you gotta catch it. And I just see what's gonna happen. I really do. I see what's gonna happen with said 3.
Mm-hmm.
This
Gotta start somewhere.
And
I've been saying that. That's what I told you. I was just talking about it with Asia. We when I messaged you about them last 2 songs, I was like, man, I was really just setting you up to kind of like give them a taste of No Hook 3. You feel me? Like give them a quick little what's coming. And I feel like you definitely did that. I feel like you did that with the whole album, honestly.
Yeah, it was fun to just freely write again. Because I wanted to, not because I felt like I needed to, or because I wanted to like compete or show that I had a skill. Like that's usually what it's about, like showing my skill has improved or something like that. So it just was free writing and free, like basically, what would I say it is technically? I would say it's just like a little memo of what's been going on, like a little notepad, like just taking notes. It's like I feel like it's notes that I've shared on my life experience so far. Because I remember being at a point where I didn't really know what to write. I didn't know what to write about because I had boxed myself in to what I was doing, and I had started doing other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I had started doing like a whole section of other shit, a whole completely compared to what I used to do. So I felt like, man, how do I make that sound cool, or how do I like make people want to hear about it? But as I've grown to value life way more than I used to, so I can find the value in my experience, even if it's not fast-paced lifestyle shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know we end up like just sliding off into that, but I had a few more questions to ask you about your own project. To you, what is your favorite song?
Probably Creme de la Creme.
What's your least favorite song?
I like all that shit.
You gotta choose one though.
I mean, like
rank
least
them.
favorite.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna make me ask you.
You want me to rank them? I can rank them.
That would show me your least favorite.
All right, let me really look. All right, I guess I'll put the freestyle as the least favorite, just because I don't really talk about shit. I think it was like a dope ass vibe. Like I got a couple bars in there, but I won't really talk about shit.
You did slide on that thing, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was really the beat that you feel me. That shit was stupid, but yeah, I'd say the freestyle was that probably be ranked at number 7. Probably toxic at number 6. Just like overall, like again, I still don't think I said too much in there. Like I said, it was more for the vibe than me talking about anything. Like I had a message, but I,
6 is.
But I say, you put me in a tough spot, man.
Grab that from him. Cause boy, every time I'm you feel me?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about this question.
That's good. There you go. The future.
Facts.
The future of the brand, you feel me? You gotta have his information piece. All right, so we said
freestyle number 7. Probably toxic at number 6. Just for my personal life.
Yeah, this is your stuff. This is your stuff. There's a difference between the flow,
honestly,
and there's a difference between ranking them.
I put the intro at number 5.
What?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I felt like I was just like.
I'm surprised.
I put the intro at number 5, bro. Just because
I imagine that being
how
top
I felt
3.
about it. Because for me, it was more of how I wanted to attack the beat versus how I did. I felt like I killed it, but it's like I don't know
that makes the rest of them interesting now because I just knew that one was top 3.
Nah. So of course after number 5 being the intro, I'd say Save a Hoe number 4 where it's at on the list with perfectly in the middle. It ain't too bad, ain't too great. It's just if anything I'd switch them to, but I think I'd put Remember Me at 5 and Save a Hoe at 4. Top 3, Long Ride at 3, Hydroplane 2, Creme de la Creme number 1.
Mine, you want to know mine?
Yeah. Let me hear yours. I've been waiting to hear it. Honestly,
really?
I definitely want to hear your ranking.
All right, so boom, number 1, Hydroplane. It's just what I'm saying. They still talking about it today. You feel what I'm saying? That shit kind of flawless though. Like I don't know. Anyway. Numbers, I should have did, you know what I'm saying, worst to least, 7, you know what I'm saying, 7.
It's all right.
But so we're just gonna go number 1. I'm gonna go Save a Hoe is number 7.
The least?
The least.
What?
The least. I don't know why.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. You remember I said that was more of a joke song too. Anyway,
for sure.
I like it. I put it where I put it because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
and then
you got your own. It's your song. Yeah. However, I don't know. It might have been how many times you recorded it. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And you want to know the bad part about that? I changed no lyrics in that song. I recorded it simply because of how I thought it sounded. That's hilarious.
All right, so then number 6, I'm gonna have to take the freestyle only because you
put the freestyle over Save a Hoe?
Yes, that freestyle joint is tough. I'm trying to tell you. I ain't
gonna lie. I think that's the most viewed on Spotify.
And then that's like, you know what I'm saying, for real, like that beat is like my vibe. That's how I be riding around. That's what I listen to when I'm chilling by myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just that tempo is me. Then I would have to say Toxic.
Okay. That's a number 5? After the freestyle number 5?
Yeah, Toxic. And then I like all these other ones, so it's really hard for me to rank them. But like I say, I'm gonna go with it's almost a tie for these two because this one you can't beat this one, honestly. And I just feel like it's a tie between these two. You just killed this one, so I could easily choose it. The vibe is there, and this one is just, you know what I'm saying, it's real triumphant. It's real, you know what I'm saying. Like it sounds like some shit about to happen. All right, so
That's what I meant it for.
let's be real. Let's be real. All right, cool.
So hydroplane right now we got from 7 to 1. We got Save a Hoe at 7.
The freestyle,
Toxic.
the toxic. Then we have Remember Me.
Okay. You said that was top 3.
I felt like it was, but then you got these two right here. You have these two. Again, I have an attachment to this one because we shot a trailer to this one. You know what I'm saying? We just shot a video to this one. I done heard this joint like deeply. You feel what I'm saying? I've heard this joint 1,000 times.
My niece said it's her favorite.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I would. But I thought for you it would be top 3 the way we poured into that particular song.
I'm just saying because of the song itself, without the video. Now with the video, it's probably gonna be in the spot it is on the video. You know what I'm saying? But just the song itself, before I had the vision of the video and whatever, I was just like, that's why I put it at the intro because it was. You feel me? It was just.
You could be surprised. You could be surprised. That was a surprise to me. I thought I knew everything when it comes to shit like why somebody would make a song. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you put all of this into it for it to be number 5? Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's my. Oh, I'm sorry, cut you off.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Creme de la Creme number 2, Long Ride number 3.
Remember Me number 4.
Yeah, and that's how I'm gonna go because it's like the top 3 joints is like that though. So
I really like that.
Yeah. I'm definitely vouching for him being really like that. Y'all gonna see on our project when we get together. Man, it's just so much that we got going on. So much that we got going on. And so it's really so much to talk about. So, we're going to have to try to cut it off at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because
we can't go into the next project. I don't even want to touch on that.
Yeah. Because I feel like we're going to have further group discussions with our team members involved. It's going to be more than me and you. It's going to be other shows. We're going to be taking it to other people's domains where they're comfortable. Also, I just, shout out to everybody who's definitely assisted us with everything you do. Shout out Just Dan, man, for allowing us to experiment with his work. Man.
Just Dan, you the man. No, wherever we at, you the man. That shit you be putting out, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Don't say too much.
Nah, don't say too much.
Nah. But yeah, man, like, the Twitch. That's something that we need to, anybody that's still listening, anybody that's still watching, we will be on Twitch for the rest of the year as all these new releases begin to come out. College football, Madden, of course the new 2K. Like I said, I think that we have some of the best 2K players in the world.
I know a couple that you feel me. I put some money on. I ain't even gonna lie. I know a couple 2K players.
A couple. I'm gonna have my son on there playing some of those games. Just to have fun, make it a fun thing. It's kind of like a family and brand thing where we all can share a little bit of what we do. So you'll be able to hear new music on there. I'm glad that Better Ask Somebody is back. I'm glad that we continuing to grow. I'm glad that things are getting in the right direction. Me and Mag at the project got to start somewhere. He has another project that he's working on because he's crazy. But after that project, I tell him after that project, I'm executive producing a whole joint for him from scratch. Wait till we hear that. That's down the line.
We ain't even got an idea for that yet. So
Yeah.
Right now, it's just a seed, a staple. We already know that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
it's just gonna happen. Just
we
remember,
got-
just remember, I told you here, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
'Cause it's
yeah.
very important.
everybody, stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's all we can say. If you ain't in on this, you missing out, big time, big time.
Yeah, man. You got any questions?
What I do? I had a question for you. Just a second. Give me a second. What is one of the main goals you got for us? Us to say something in the next. I don't want to say 5 years. I feel like that's a stretch, but you feel me? Next, the rest of this year, and so on with these next couple projects. For sure that you've heard our music from and whatnot. What are your predictions that you thinking?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna go for a timeless ultimate goal because I would like it to happen. I would love it to happen as fast as possible, but we want to be detailed in execution. So what I'll say is, man, I want everybody to learn how to do what they want and get paid for it, get money, and just learn the whole game outside of just making the music. And just in the sense of not even just entertainment kind of life, you know what I'm saying? Like we talk about with the stocks and things like that.
Yeah.
My goal is for everybody to be able to have the option to do whatever they want.
Okay.
Like and be knowledgeable about what we're doing and have a team and have a support system to do it. Like all the things we do. You get what I'm saying? Like we do whatever we can for each other.
Yeah.
So my ultimate goal is for everybody to, like, for music, I want everybody to be able to have access to what they want to sound like, what they want to hear. Like I don't want to settle for this beat. I don't want to settle for this singer or whatever it is that we want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just kind of, that's what I aim for. I aim for us to just execute and get whatever we want, do whatever we want, grow as a team by growing as individuals. Like my team is like my family. And now as I'm getting older and running a family, I kind of understand what's necessary for everybody to have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I want everybody to understand what they need as individuals. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, I do want you to win as a person. You know what I'm saying? But if you win, I definitely win if I help you win.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I've been seeing with this. Like, that's why I try to, whenever you got me over here, working on things, I try to put as much work, because I know it ain't so much I can do, but try to put as much work in as I can.
And don't let, and I had to think about that too. Don't let me limit you, because I be like, more so because I just know should it be tedious, and I know people don't be wanting to do it. But at the same time, if I create an army of people who don't mind doing the tedious work, we continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm in it for the long haul, bro. I don't be doing that. If I'm over here to work, whatever needed.
I want John to drop more music, just because he has it. He has so much. What has he done with that
one jump?
He has, man. Whatever he got, he done with it. He got so much of it.
He probably just sit there,
in
the back cave, putting all kinds of work together.
I think Cash is doing, or is in the process of, everything that we've ever talked about. I think that he's growing at a rate that he should be growing at. I think he's getting to a level that he should be at. And I just, of course, then we get into movies. That's pretty much the whole scope of things. Personally, get our shit right, get our money right, get our credit right, get our game right, so we can know what we want to do. Don't have to work so hard.
Of course.
So we can put our energy into what we want to do. And, on the fun side of things, I would like to do a movie.
Like
a few. You know what I'm saying? Like
film or
short film, movie, documentary, those three to be exact. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, but I know that everybody can fall in on that.
I've been wanting to be in some kind of movie, man. I saw something about people around the city wanting to put together, like some kind of studio shit for people to make movies and whatnot, or people to make a movie. And I wish we had more like that around here for real. I wish we had something in the play for people around here that could showcase their abilities, their talent. Because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people around here that could get out there and make something of themselves.
You think TikTok is gonna be your answer to the next level of market?
Maybe it could be one of them. I mean, of course, it's going to get you a lot of publicity, but it's also certain people that don't be on TikTok that I want to reach. Like, so I don't know. I honestly don't know how to get myself out there. So I mean, of course, I use TikTok as one of my what you call it, resources to showcase my music, but it hasn't done much for me with my music. So maybe somewhere down the road, when I get more recognized, but I don't.
Just a thought. You know what I'm saying? There's been a conversation amongst us. But I'm gonna ask you two more questions and then we're gonna get up out of here. Rank Kendrick, Drake, and Cole.
Kendrick, Cole, and Drake.
That was pretty easy.
I mean, it's as easy as it can get. I mean, that's an easy question. Anybody would say. I mean, right now everybody got their feelings about Cole because he dropped out the shit, but I don't see nothing about that. The way I see it, bro, his work of art still stands where it's at, and lyrically, and to me as an artist, like of course Drake got more music out, but me personally,
And what was it again officially?
Kendrick, Cole, and Drake.
Do you think that's because of what type of rapper you are, what you like?
Yeah, probably so.
That's
like
fair.
I said, just for my personal liking. Like, I wasn't big on Drake when I first heard of him, just because of where I was at listening to rap and whatnot. But he definitely grew on me. He grew to be one of my more likable artists. But in that in that category, he's not. I don't see him. I don't put him over top of those two artists. I feel like they bring more to rap culture than he has.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that Cole, I've always admired Cole's skill set, but I can't sit here and say that, what I'm saying, before all of this Kendrick Drake shit happened, not the last two albums, but everything before that was a banger, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be true to that and put Drake number 2.
Really?
Yeah, but not like for skill set though, but just being honest about how I feel about the whole body of music, like his whole body of work. Like I said, I actually hate For All the Dogs, and I can say I hate Certified Lover Boy, but it's like, and everything before that didn't make me feel like, you feel what I'm saying? Like for real. So, and I don't like J. Cole's first 2 albums.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't get on the Cole heavy until the Forest Hill drop. Well, actually, till Power Trip. I don't know if that came out before or like in the midst of Forest Hill drop, but Power Trip was like the first song. I was like, damn, I probably gotta hop on this nigga's music. And then I dove into some of like a little bit of his older shit. But then by that time, like I said, Forest Hill Drive came out, and he had the other joints that he dropped. And I think everything since Forest Hill Drive has been like top tier.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's like 3 albums before that happened. So you know what I'm saying. That's the reason why I would feel like I gotta Drake's first 3 albums is anyhow.
Okay,
but
I mean, I guess I can understand that.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. Just me though. Just like you said, like take you and take me, and I do like Cole. I love Cole. You already know. So anyway,
but needless to say, Kendrick is number 1.
Yeah, we can silver and bronze all night. Yeah. Fill in the blank. Matt Emory is.
He's number 1. Shit. Another legendary rapper in the making,
Yeah, I'll take that.
I've always felt like that. Honestly, like even like I believe I told you like as a kid in middle school, just writing around. Like my first rhymes I've ever wrote was dissing teachers, bro. I was like, bro, that ass. Like I was battle rapping teacher. They didn't know, not that I know of, but I would be in ISS with my little prompts that they gave me, and I just be dissing the teachers on them, and I turn them in, and I was like, you know what? I would read over them, and I was like, you know what? Those are pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Then when I really started writing rhymes, my friends was telling me, damn, like you like that. So, and then to be compared just by the people that are around me, to be compared to my favorite artists, it's like, I'm on the right track somewhere.
Yeah,
I
you
got to
putting
be
in
on the
work,
right track.
dog.
I don't feel like I'm cocky about it. I feel like I'm knowing. It's just you got to know yourself.
You putting in work. You definitely putting in work. Like I say, I tell you all the time, man. I can't wait to watch you continue to grow. Can't wait to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Thanks for being a part of the game.
Thanks
say
for
something.
putting me in the game. I told you, like I said earlier, I don't think I'd be back rapping at least this soon had I not met you when I met you. Because I won't. I was writing rhymes for a while, but by the time I had met you and we had actually, like I said, like you told me, it took me 2 years to even start recording with you when we met. And
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what I'm
fact. I'll be
saying?
like, bro, come on,
So it's like, and before that 2 years, I probably hadn't wrote anything for a while. As you heard in Hydroplane was probably the first song on there I actually wrote. And when one of the lines was, I ain't wrote shit in some days. I don't know if I still got it. I was like, even though I was lying, I knew I had it.
Right. Of course, it's part of the song. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta tell the story. You gotta set the stage.
Yeah.
But damn, bro, it's been a 4-year process of me just trying to get you in here to this day. From the first day to this day, it's been a 4-year process, and it's no regrets. There's no regrets. Even when you took a long time for you to come the way you're coming, I'm accepted. I'm cool with that. For real.
Appreciate it, man. I try to do my best when it comes to what I love, man. Rap is dear to me. Like this is all the main music I listen to. I tell people all the time, if you listen to something, if you decide to pursue it, you gotta try your best to be the best. At least, you feel me? Like, even if people don't think I'm the best, I try my best to be the best.
For sure. All right, well, Matt Emory, Scraping the Bottom on all streaming platforms. You can stream it there. You can download it on shopsaysomething.com.
Or you can get with me personally, get a digital copy autographed. I know I ain't nobody big yet, but you gonna want that in the future.
But how? What's your Instagram?
Instagram, memory, not memory. It makes more sense when
you see it.
when I say it the right way, but this is too much. It's memory, not memory. And everything else, Matt Emory. TikTok, I think I'm McSwifty, McSwifty, McSchwifty. I think that's how I spell it. McSwifty on PSN if you want to catch some break on GTA or something. You feel me? I don't be on too many games like talking about it. But yeah.
Yeah, man. So if you want to hit him up personally and get the album, you can do that.
Yes, sir.
And better ask somebody. Say something. 2024/7. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Appreciate everybody that's involved. Appreciate everybody behind the scenes. Peace, love. Peace, love.